saying,
all the guys are ready to fight. You know, it's fight time. You know, I love this time. I love this time.
What's the craziest thing someone's ever said to Floyd at the weigh-in? Because obviously the word bitch was exchanged today, but did Maidana say anything? I'm trying to think of a personality. Maybe Zab Judah.
There's been so many, man. I would have to dig back in that mental Rolodex. There's been so many.
What irked Floyd? Is there anything that irked Floyd?
No. Floyd, he just... See, the thing about Floyd is that there's levels to this.
Okay.
You know, and understanding anytime, you know, you've been in several big fights, it's just another day at the office. I mean, I've seen guys at many weigh-ins get taken out of the fight. Oh yeah, most definitely.
So that is true. That is true. So you can say something or do something that can take a percentage away from that fighter mentally.
Kidding me? Oh yeah, most definitely. Oh yeah, that mental warfare is. So I mean, you know, when you prepare, you go out there, you put in the work, you're confident in your skills, you go out there and do your job.
How soon you're announcing? How soon you're announcing Tank's fight? When is that? When do you? It's April.
We got time. We got time.
I gotta book my flight, man. I gotta get that $200 round trip ticket.
So Leonard, Tank is fighting at home?
1,000%.
Beautiful.
1,000%.
It's gonna be a huge event. You know, Baltimore, are y'all ready? DMV, are y'all ready? We're gonna show y'all how we bring big time boxing back to that DMV area.
It seems like Tank does bring out the stars, man. He gets the big timers, you know, Drake and Meek Mill. Do you think it's because of how he fights in the ring, his personality?
Combination of everything. Your ability to connect with your target audience is natural. It's natural. He's a big star already in the sport. And again, I don't need to say them same words again. I'm gonna show y'all how it's done. You know, Floyd has laid out a master plan. Ready to go.
Shakur Stevenson added his name to the Tank Davis. I'm not sure if you saw that interview this week. Shakur Stevenson said, I would love to move up to 130 and fight the best.
He's a good fighter. He's a very good fighter. Very good fighter. A guy that has tremendous skill set. Good fighter.
Do you read into what Terrence Crawford said? He said something yesterday that kind of made my ears percolate. He said that I've been trying to fight Manny Pacquiao for years and it never happened. You got to talk to the men. I tried to make the fight and they wouldn't make the fight, basically. And Bob Arum rebutted that previously and said that I basically protected Manny from Terrence Crawford. Did you hear that?
No, I don't know any about their intimate discussions and personal discussions they got going on. One thing I do know that there was an attempt to try to get him to fight Terrence Crawford. But why the fuck would he do that? that benefits them. It don't benefit Manny Pacquiao. I'm talking about, when he was still with them. But again, that's their business. I'm not one to stick my nose in other people's business. I could care less what they got going on. I got to focus on what we got going on, continue to elevate my guys and our promotion that we're involved in.
What matchups would you want to see at welterweight division? Everyone's doing a fantasy matchup. There's no fight is signed yet, but you're behind the scenes. I don't want to give away the information, or you don't want to give away the information. What type of fights would you want to see moving forward?
You get ready to see them. You get ready to see them. There ain't going to be no talking about it.
Really?
You get ready to see these matchups happening. They're going to happen as soon as possible. That's what it's out about. Making the best fight out there for the fans.
It sounds like to me, Leonard, that you're really trying to change the level of boxing with more boxing and entertainment. Is that kind of like it's always been entertainment in it, but with these new fighters and like shows like Gervonta had, it looks like it's really bringing more fans to it. Is that?
Well, that just has to do with the fighter having the ability to cross over and to attract a different fan base. See, again, boxing as a whole is about like this. And most promoters think like that. They don't think outside of the box. They don't think from a global perspective on how you grow the sport and how you not all promoters, but there's a method to the madness. There's a method to the madness, and you have to know what you're doing. You have to know what you're doing. That's why it's with this whole maturation process with Tank Davis. You'll see. It's nothing to talk about. You see, he has one of the biggest followings right now in the entire sport, and he's a young gun in the sport, and the ball is just now getting rolling now. Because you just give it. Watch what we get ready to do. Just watch.
Okay.
Just stay tuned. We're gonna show you how to sell out arenas. We're gonna show you how to bring excitement back to the sport. Tank Davis, real deal.
Hey,
You're
Leonard.
not talking about 20 years from now. You're talking about now.
Tank Davis reminds me of the way that back in the day and I'm not comparing the two, about how Tyson used to bring him out. Floyd Mayweather's next level stuff. But I'm talking about how that, again, because we're talking about similar performances. You know, Tank don't play with it. Tank don't play with it. He's an animal in that ring. He's an animal in that ring. And, we're excited for what the future holds for him, and it's going to be one hell of a run.
Hey, Leonard, I got a chance to talk to Eddie Hearn last week. He told me in an interview that he's willing to work with you guys and Showtime to make Tank and Tevin Farmer. Would you be interested in that?
Say that again now?
Yeah, I talked to Eddie Hearn last week. He said that he's willing to work with Showtime to get a match between Tank and Tevin Farmer. Would you guys be interested in that if it can be worked out?
We're always going to make the fights that we want to make. I don't have to go through Eddie Hearn to do that. No disrespect. I don't have to do that. I mean, if you know, when that time is right, you know, we'll make him an offer. It's as simple as that. I mean, you know, I think Farmer is one of the fighters that has really benefited from that relationship. And as a young dude who comes from the culture, I'm really proud of him, how he's been able to uplift himself out of his other situation, meaning out of poverty. You know, and it was a great situation for him to sign that. Now that particular fighter that worked for, you know what I'm saying? Because he wasn't. Lou's done a phenomenal job with him. Lou should be getting the credit, you know, because Lou did a phenomenal job with putting him in fights. You know and it was hard to get him fights, and you know they stuck together, they grinded together, and I'm excited for him. You know, because again, I don't have nothing negative to say about anybody, but when that time is right to make that fight, I mean, we'll get it done.
Is Burchett on the list?
Huh?
Is Miguel Burchett on the list?